going to check out some Hicksploitation here on the Southern Fried Comedy DVD. Something called Hot Summer in Barefoot County. Let's watch. Our movie starts with a car chase by the local sheriffs. And the bumbling sheriffs crash.
County. Barefoot County.
This is a cop or
now,
something.
here's the situation. We know there's some bootlegging going on down there. We don't know what the sheriff's doing about it. We've sent agents down there before, but we get no cooperation from the people.
Sure enough, there are bootleggers out there, and it's a mama and her 3 daughters.
I declare, I believe this stuff gets stronger every time we run off about it. Yes, sir. Everybody says we make the best stuff they ever tasted.
What's wrong, Sheriff? All them pesky fellas up at the Capitol are always sticking their nose into my business down here.
We've also got 3 idiot brothers down
I
here.
come here to see your mama. I got a message for my papa.
Mama ain't here, Color Joe. Her and Mary Ann's down in the woods tending to some chores. Will I do?
You hush.
Mama catches one of the idiots with her daughters.
Before I fill you full of buckshot. I'm not gonna have the likes of you fooling around with my girl.
Miss Stella, my pa says there's some new developments in town he'd like to talk over with you. He said...
Well, our agent gets run off the road by the idiot brothers.
Still breathing. Can't rightly tell how bad he's hurt. Let's get him in the truck and get him on back to the
Jeff.
house.
So
Mr. Perkins, Mama?
they're going to take him back to his place. And more car chases. More bumbling police.
Okay, Otis.
And unloading some
But I reckon we
moonshine.
better get this stuff unloaded before the sheriff and Clyde show up and recognize this car.
Yeah, that's right.
You better
So
come
Jeff
over
wakes
sit
up in a
down.
house full of strange women.
Where am I? How'd I get here?
Me and my daughter found you up on the road, all hurt and bleeding in your car.
I try to visit the hospital every time.
I guess he's going to stay for a while. Get a
That's
job.
mighty fine.
Blend in.
You can go with me and the girls to church Sunday morning. Be a good chance for you and Otis Perkins to get acquainted.
Doing pretty well, Chief. Except that I had a little accident, wrecked my car, but no, nothing serious. I got a job pumping gas, and my boss here is going to let me use his car so I can get around.
Jeff has a run-in with the 3 idiot brothers.
Have it your way.
Ow! Damn you, Wilson, you've done it on purpose.
I can tell you though.
Seems like Jeff hits it off with Mary
Since I've been
Ann.
living out here with you folks, it sure
One of the
makes
daughters.
Paul find himself the right girl, get him a piece of land, settle down, start growing things again.
The cops are looking for Jeff because he's a stranger in town and they just don't trust strangers down in Barefoot County.
Why, land sakes, Vicky, it's Deputy Clyde.
Claire, what you doing out here on the farm? You couldn't see me and Rosalie.
They eventually catch up with him.
Upstate, around Sweetwater County.
Huh, I ain't never heard of it.
As a fact. You're a sheriff and you never heard of Sweetwater County. Well, that's all right. I never heard of Barefoot County like out here.
What are you now? Curly Joe Paul said if we didn't get this work done, he's gonna tear our eye. Well, okay. But the Holcomb girls are down at the swimming hole. The Holcomb girls? Yep.
Jeff does some investigating and finds Mama still. The girls frolic in the water when the idiot brothers show up. Jeff shows up to basically rescue them and save one of them from being assaulted right there on the grass. And Jeff and Mary Ann are clearly in love at this point.
Hey, ain't you forgetting something?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we sure can't come out of the water with you standing there.
You've got it all wrong. Can't you see I'm falling in love with you?
Jeff, I wish I could believe what you say.
I really do love you, Marianne.
It's like another shady deal going down.
Lady Tatum.
The sheriff catches one of the idiot brothers with his daughter, so it's shotgun wedding time.
I sure do. I do. Sheriff, just a minute. Let me explain who I am.
You can do your explaining down at the jailhouse. Put the cuffs on him, Clyde.
Now, Sheriff, look, I'm a special agent sent down here from the Capitol to check on this bootlegging.
What kind of a special agent?
Well, let me show you my...
Hold it right there, boy. Bootleggers in jail over in Red Rock County and busted up the steel. Like I've been telling
So Marianne is
you,
furious.
ain't nobody gonna get away with nothing long as I'm the sheriff.
Jeff, how could you? How could you do this to me?
Lee, let me explain.
Now you get yourself away from here. You done lied to me enough.
But Marianne, that's what I want to explain to you at the barn camp. I meant what I said. I love you.
Oh, now you hurt me enough.
But he calls once he gets
Well, I want
back
you to know we're
home.
mighty pleased with you for that.
What'd you say?
He quit his job up there. Huh? That quick?
Sure enough, Jeff quit his job and he's coming back to be with Marianne. That's our movie. All right, let's talk about Hot Summer in Barefoot County. I got it on this triple DVD here, the Southern Fried Comedy, Sergeant Kabuki Man's Comedy Jam Volume 1, put out by Troma, of course. It's got Ellie, Preacher Man, and Hot Summer in Barefoot County. I'll be doing the other two soon. I've never seen this movie before, never even heard of it, or maybe I have heard of it. I don't know. It stars virtually no one. Came out in 1971, I think. It's basically what they sometimes refer to as hicksploitation. It's bumbling sheriffs, moonshiners, bootleggers, a woman with no husband, but 3 young, lovely daughters who like to take off their clothes and go skinny dipping. That's the type of movie you got. They made a ton of these. Big Bad Mama, of course, Big Bad Mama 2, which came out a decade later in the 80s. Very similar. Crazy Mama, I guess is somewhat similar. But anyway, what we have here is an FBI, or I don't know if he's an FBI or what kind of agent he is, but he's a government agent of some sort, and he's being sent down to Barefoot County, somewhere in the south, to investigate moonshiners, people making illegal liquor down there. Apparently, they've been trying to ascertain what's going on down there. They know something's going on, but they never seem to find out anything. So they want to send this guy down because he's from the south, and he might be able to blend in a little bit undercover, that sort of thing. Well, of course, he goes down there. There is a mother and her 3 daughters who are making moonshine. He ends up falling in love with one of the daughters, actually. There's these 3 bumbling, I guess they're brothers, these idiots who are always after these 3 girls as well. And there's some fighting between the new guy who shows up, the cop, the undercover cop, and them as well. And ultimately, he does find their still, and it's reported. There's a bumbling sheriff and a sheriff's deputy here. The sheriff's daughter ends up having to marry one of the idiot brothers because caught them in bed together, so it was literally a shotgun wedding. Once the girl, Marianne, finds out that, I think his name was Jeff, the agent, finds out who he is and what he's done, she's obviously really pissed off at him, getting them in trouble, that sort of thing. But he says, I love you, I really mean it. But then she leaves him. He goes back to Washington or wherever the hell he comes from. Then he calls later on and talks to some people in town and says he's quit his job, and he comes back to town, and then he ends up in the arms of Marianne, and that's how our movie ends. So I guess FBI agent does his job, quits his job after he falls in love with the woman who he busted, and then they live happily ever after. That is Hot Summer in Barefoot County. So anyway, when you see movies like this, sometimes they go 2 different directions. There's always bumbling idiots and yokels and that sort of thing. But sometimes there's violence and it turns really dark and violent because there's murders and death and that sort of thing. And sometimes it's just cartoon violence. And that's what we have here, the latter. Nobody ever gets shot or hurt or anything like that. Bumbling sheriffs, car chases, that sort of thing. Kind of like the Dukes of Hazzard, basically. But there you go. That's Hot Summer in Barefoot County. It might be available on a DVD by itself. I don't know. It is available on the Southern Fried Comedy DVD, which is kind of hard to find. It's out of print. You might find it for 50, 60 bucks if you're looking for it. I know Ellie was at least available on its own standalone DVD, so I imagine the other two were as well. Maybe you can get those cheaper. I don't know, but you can definitely get them all in one here. Although, do you want to? I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, check it out. Hot Summer in Barefoot County. Has anybody else seen this thing besides me? Who knows? Check it out. Leave some comments. Watch it. Bye.